Hello everybody, my name's Elisa. Welcome to my channel Lunar Elise, and this is my first video. I'm so honored that you're joining me here today. It might be a little rough, but we're gonna get going, right? This is what I'm using, this 10-10 energy that we're experiencing here in October, just trying to balance everything out in my life, and everything that I've been working towards kind of coming to taking the actual steps, getting out of that planning phase and just doing it. So thank you for being here with me today. I did pulled a card before I meditated on this meditation today, and it's from the Liquid Crystals Oracle by Justin Moika Asar. I'm gonna post the information for you so you know what it is, and maybe you can say it right. But the card that I got was Charoite, and the word below it is individualization. And what came to mind for me automatically was to self-alignment, simple and small steps that to just really get us started. Those are feats in themselves, and so taking those steps are steps further into who we are as individuals. And those steps are what is ultimately going to help us come into flow. So that's kind of what that meant to me. Here at the end of the reading, I'll try to read the message in the book for us, but I don't want to hold us up any longer, and I kind of just want to get into the reading. So for tarot, I'll be using the Healing Light Tarot by Christopher Butler. And what I am going to do is go ahead and lay the cards out, pick two for our main message, and then we'll go ahead and look at that main message at the end of the reading, okay? While I use the tarot, and we'll pull 2 by 2, asking certain questions like, what are we needing, what's calling our attention, what do we need to let ourselves flow? I am also going to pull oracle cards along the way as I feel intuitively guided. Okay. So, these will be our 2 main messages that we'll read at the end of the reading. And now, let's get started. The question I'm focusing on right now is, what is calling our attention right now? What is calling our attention? So, it is the Devil reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. Intuitively, I'm going to go with when I want to read reversals or not. And right now, I feel guided. We're finally seeing here with the 15 making a 6 being a number of, for me, unconditional love, relationships, and it's with the 1 and the 5, it's becoming that individual again. Remember, individualization, and changing with the number 5, going on a new adventure. And what's holding us back here with the Ace of Wands energy? What's holding us back from keeping us passionate, ourselves, true to ourselves, on our spiritual path? I think this is a really cool pair to start off with, with our theme kind of being the individual. Okay, so 2 more cards about the Devil energy. Okay, it's putting to death a way we were thinking. I believe this feels like we didn't have the 10 of Pentacles, that we weren't prosperous. I think it's a state of mind that is telling us like that we always want, but what we kind of need to grow into with this being reversed is saying that we have everything that we need right now to get started, to rebirth and transform. I think that's another beautiful message. So let's go ahead and get 2 cards for the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, we've been stressed. It's been hard to see the light. If you look here at this 10 of Wands, here in the photo, the light, the person carrying the struggle on their back is looking away from the light. It's looking away from the Star card. So the 10 of Pentacles has just been suddenly became something that we were ignoring, how much stress it's caused us in the past, and how much I guess pain. Yeah, this definitely feels like our physical world has been rocked. So let's go ahead and get some clarification from the Urban Tarot on how we can go ahead and heal that energy overall. I'm just going to go ahead and pull 2 cards from the Urban Tarot by Robin Scott. Ooh, go and take that one on top. So we have the Ten of Wands again, and we have the Princess of Wands. So this is the Page of Wands. It's to finally, this is about changing the way we've been using all our fiery energy. No longer letting us see ourselves as being chained or tied to something. We have the choice to do what we want to do and how we want to use our energy, and it's just here. It's saying to be more daring now, to make those risks, is how I'm seeing it. Okay, so now I'd like to go ahead and what is asking us, what is needing to come into flow, what is wanting to break free within us. Okay, it's saying that with the Three of Swords and the Justice card here, I think a lot of this energy that we've been in, that's kind of been holding us back in our Pentacle world, you know, and what's calling our attention, what we just spoke about was a lot of things not really going our way, and it seems like, you know, with this is the Libra season. It's kind of, to me it heightened those things, like suddenly we saw where we were spending too much, or we were doing too much, and it hit, and it kind of sprung up a lot of things that were hard to admit to ourselves. I don't feel like this is heartbreak coming from anybody else, but here, if you see, there's the butterfly, right? And we had the Death card here earlier. The Death card is about transformation to me, you know, metamorphosis, and that's a 13. So yeah, that's one, you know, changing the communication we have ourselves, you know, 3 being that communication, being creative here, and you know, here's that 3 again. So with this being an 11 and the 13, I just kind of see that as being amplified. So that's what we're needing to let flow, is just letting ourselves feel that that loss. It's okay. We're just now we know what needs to come to balance in the Scorpio season that we're experiencing. You know, Mercury is in Scorpio, and then it's going to be in Scorpio during retrograde season, starting on October 31st. And so, you know, the pre-shadow is really calling these things out. What's not flowing, what's no longer working for us, you know, what's keeping us back in that death energy. So let's go get 2 more cards for that. Knight of Pentacles and 4 of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles is reverse. So here, yeah, it's being focused on those opportunities that you know, we missed out on. We're only kind of, you know, like, it just it just feels like a huge bummer, you know, because you thought that you were really patient, you thought you were really planning, you thought you were making the right steps. We thought that, I'll say that. And that's why this is in reverse, because it's kind of like, oh, like, you know, hold your horses, you know, hold the caravan, because this is slower moving energy with the Knight of Pentacles. It's that reassessment of, again, just justice. Everything is needing to balance out, and you know, with what was calling our attention earlier in the reading, it's no surprise to me that the Knight of Pentacles is here saying, yeah, this is something that we need to change. Our actions, the things that we're actually manifesting, need to be shifted. And we kind of, and again, we need to be happy and thankful and filled with gratitude with the things that we have. We have everything we need. So, you know, 2 more cards Here, this will be focusing on the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Pentacles. So to me, 8 is a number of manifestation and abundance, and because it was reversed here with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like what we were, again, focusing on in our physical world, just, you know, it sounds a little repetitive right now, but like that's the way that the wheel was turning. And so now that's what Libra season and then digging in is offering us. But when the sun moves to Scorpio, we're really just gonna dig that stuff out. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Numenos astrology deck. Don't know who it's by right now, but I'll try to remember to post a link. Uranus, revolution, breakthrough, brainstormings, originality, insights. Yeah, so I see this as, you know, this, I can't remember right now what is going on with Uranus, but it's definitely, I think with this energy, it's putting us into newer, fresher ideas. You know, no more limiting thoughts. No more kind of like listening to other people's opinions. Like, yeah, it kind of goes back to that individualization, and that's, you know, that's how I see Uranus, you know, who rules Aquarius along with Saturn. But yeah, this is you know, I am called to seeing the unexpected, and I think what here, the Nine of Pentacles, what I was saying in reverse, we thought we were on the right track. I guess it seemed like there was something that we were ignoring, and this is the thing that's shaking us up. It almost kind of feels like a tower energy. Yeah, and here on the bottom of the deck, it's about communication. And I know I had mentioned that earlier with the threes and the Three of Swords, and the Death card being the you know, 1 taking a new beginning, to 3 how we communicate. So those are pretty interesting energies that are coming up. Okay, so what'll help us further come into flow? Okay, it's to bring what we're passionate about and take the leap. This feels like I'm even resonating with this right now. What I'm doing is just collecting everything that I've worked on, bringing it together to join me here in the center of the light, you know, with my crown, receiving higher messages. And yeah, it's taking that leap. That's what we need to do to, sorry for the lights distracting me. That's what we kind of need to do to come into flow. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the Numerology Guidance Cards by Michelle Buchanan. This is going to be rough, you know, like trying to say people's names. Okay, so here at the bottom of the deck, we have financial discipline and parenting. This is we're like what we were taught, what we were communicated by our family, the 6 and the 3, you know, through love. What we were taught is kind of, you know, 4 being our environment and structure. That's what we've learned to manifest through our past. But it's saying, like, you know, this is now like, hold up, right? Remember that 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and let's get this buggy, this caravan going the other way. And teaching ourselves, you know, the 3 really communicating, and then it's a 63 making a 9 together. You know, it's ending that cycle. And again, you know, this being a 12 and then a 3 all together, with the financial discipline combination here, it is another card about communication and using our creativity to take these new leaps, use our creative passions, our fire energy, right? This is the 2 of Wands. Yeah, so this feels really good. In our situation, for our next question, I'd like to focus on what are our emotions trying to communicate to us. what our emotions, I think, are saying to us is that we have all this energy, we have this passion, and we're moving forward. We're ready to go. We want to use these energies to collaborate, to work together, to move up in our pentacle, to kind of, you know, just to keep moving forward, and to you do the planning that this takes, the communicating. And 3, again, I'm seeing a focus of that, you know, that being communication. So, okay, what else are our emotions telling us to do? That we have to keep listening to our intuition, realizing, you know, that we can see through murky waters. You know, the six of Swords reverse here feels like, you know, the movement forward is going to be a little rough mentally, because these are this is energy that we seem to like let ourselves be stagnant in. We're letting you know, what, again, like kind of back to what I was saying earlier, what we feel like we're missing out on, right? The things that we see, the potential in ourselves, and what we're wanting to do, what our emotions are wanting to align with our head and our heart, to communicate with each other, to move to calmer waters. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull a card from the Shamanic Healing Oracle to kind of see what that 6 of Swords in reverse is about. What is going to cause, what energy is causing rocky waters? Okay, and it's the Truth here, and it's in number 12, and I'm going to make that a 3 again. Okay, and then bottom of the deck, it has said abundance here, and that's a card 13. So again, we're having to change, you know, take the leadership with the way we're communicating, creating, to create a 4, like making those together a 4, our new foundation. We know the truth. We know where we need to be in partnership, where we need to be in alignment, duality, masculine and feminine energy combined. And again, here at the bottom of the deck is growth, a number 38. Communicating that abundance, what we're manifesting, and it's going to happen in divine timing. I really love this deck, the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and that's by Michelle Mutuzas. You know, I have a hard time mispronouncing people's names because my name is commonly mispronounced, so we all have our, I guess, our blockages to work past. Dropping things over here. Anyway, I guess maybe that's saying, like, don't be so hard on yourself, Elisa. Some people learn how to read phonetically. Some people don't. Okay. So I feel like that's pretty clear what that energy is trying to communicate to us, our emotions. This is all just a really big time for growth. Oh my god, that was nuts. For retreat. Yeah, so here was the 40, you know, to make that structure, that discipline, that perseverance work. That's how I see the number 4. To continue with the 0, that cycle going is just realize this is about growth, and that's what our emotions are trying to tell us right now. And so what we're going to kind of look at it is like what's causing the discomfort of our growth. Well, I got 3 cards here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords. And you know, here the Knight of Swords was also in reverse. I feel that there's stress from communication that was made too early. the Knight of Swords being a card of action, and Nine of Wands reverse, you know, there was a lot of passion in the situation. There's a lot of work that this person wants to put into it, but I feel like there was a distraction here with the Knight of Swords when they were communicating something. Okay, so this I feel like this is more the past energy. This is what we're being, you know, this is the thing that we've had to sit on for a while and be uncomfortable about, because it feels like this communication was a little too early. But there's been growth, and this knight is now the King of Swords, who is looking at everything in the bigger picture, very confident, but, you know, very grounded in what they're wanting to say now, because I feel like they're going to be out of this nine of Wands in reverse energy. And so let's go ahead and pull 2 cards for that. Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like they were a little disillusioned about what they wanted in the physical world. And so that's where this early communication came in, is that they hadn't really figured out, this feels like it's a relationship that that's teaching us a lot of lessons right now, that has made us uncomfortable for a while, because to me when this Knight of Swords in reverse is turning into the King, it's been some time, and there's been some here, you know, with the 9 of Wands, there's been some hard work, and that because it was in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups is in reverse, I think there was a conscious disillusionment with what was going on in the physical world. And I think you know, what we're feeling is that it's okay that we're there. It's just that it's kind of held us back, but ultimately it's okay, because we've turned into the King of Swords energy. So yeah, what's uncomfortable about this growth? 2 more cards. Yeah, okay. This is kind of like mirroring this in a sense of there was the King of Wands in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. Well, you know, the Page of Swords, there was this great idea. Yes, I'm going to communicate this, and the passion was there, but there was. I feel like there was some arrogance, some pride with the King of Wands here. There was, yeah, the intuition was there, the spiritual connections there, but there was a distraction, and the distraction here, okay, the 2 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. The person that communicated too early, you know, we've been experiencing this discomfort, and maybe it's on both parties, is that they're, you know, taking it back to the beginning of the reading, when we were talking about being split about where we're putting our physical energy, you know, where we were creating our pentacles. This person took a road for themselves, and it was just a little too early before they were ready to make this decision, before they, you know, with the Page of Swords, they kind of needed some more planning before they communicated this passion. And so to come out of that discomfort, I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 cards. It's the Sun card and the King of Cups. That's a really beautiful combination, in the sense that this situation has really healed. You know, it went from the Knight of Swords in reverse to the King of Swords in the same pool of cards. And so yeah, the emotions there, it's healed. It's a very masculine energy that's ready to just express himself. So let's go ahead and get 2 cards to clarify the Sun. Oh, got 3. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. And this is the Urban Tarot that I'm using to clarify. I think this is saying to get out of that discomfort and growth is, yeah, to take this new Ace of Pentacles beginning, because you know, it's there. It came up twice in the what's making us uncomfortable, and in, you know, calling us to be in our growth. If I can pull the card, you know, when this is reversed, and then we have again the Two of Pentacles here, and I think that's what that is kind of saying. You know, with the Pentacle, Ace of Pentacles coming up again, it's like, okay, you know, you didn't take this road before, but now you can take it. Okay, you can see where, you know, with the Five of Cups, where you were disappointed with your decision. You know, the one that you were having a lot of planning about, maybe, you know, like just really proud of it, but it ended up being more disappointing. So, you know, you're ready to take this new beginning. All right, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and look at what our subconscious is trying to connect to our conscious selves, okay? What is our subconscious trying to connect to our conscious selves? The Hangman and the Moon. Two major arcanas, and two very powerful ones, you know. A lot of the energy that I'm going to say that in this narrative that we've been experiencing, we've had to sacrifice a lot of what we thought we wanted, right? And that's that Libra energy. That's the energy that we started at the beginning with the, you know, the death, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and like switching it and saying like, oh, this isn't what I wanted, and it's okay because I'm here for the lesson and I'm here to learn. You know, I want to see the shadow sides, you know, here with the Moon card, and feel those emotions. So these are very strong emotional cards, and, you know, it's interesting how, you know, the Moon's here and then the light's here focused on the Hangman's head. So it's that balance. There's balance now in this situation. I think, you know, that we've here decided to look at our shadows, and so I'm going to go ahead and what, you know, and the Moon and the Hangman, Pisces energy, you know, that's Cancer, you know, and this is about our subconscious, our intuition, and what it's really calling on us. So, you know, let's just get some clarification of what was this Hangman card about. Yeah, so this is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse. And so, again, I think it's that overall theme of what we're connecting. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is energy that's solid and stable on their own. You know, they're okay with everything they have things to share, but it's like, hey, I got it, you know. And then here with the Eight of Wands, that is positive movement forward, but it's reversed. And so again, we're catching that block. I think that 10-10, that cycle, you know, again, 10-10, that's our reading, about what this energy is kind of giving us, is that it's the end of a cycle, 2 10s. And it's a end of this action of here with the Eight of Wands, about not aligning where we need to be, where we're able to more stand in ourselves, our individualization, right? So that's what that our subconscious is kind of connect us. You know, that's what the Hangman has allowed us to see. And with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands, it's saying that, you know, to join our creative thoughts, ideas, and use those emotions that we're feeling about it to make ourselves passionate. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 cards from the John Holland Psychic Tarot. And then this is again about what our subconscious and our conscious selves are trying to connect in regards to the Hangman and the Moon energy. Alright, so the bottom of the deck we have the Universe card. But the two cards that came out were the Ace of Pentacles, Prosperity Begins, and the Seven of Swords, Deception and Envy. So yeah, I feel like we just weren't focused. You know, we were wearing a mask about what we really wanted. But now with the Universe card, this cycle, it will definitely be coming to an end. We know where what we want to protect, the seeds that we want to protect, and where we want to plant them. We experienced the other side. You know, we experienced an alternate universe, and okay, ready for the next. This chapter is closed. And yeah, so I guess that brings me to our next question. What are we closing? What are we closing? Not being happy in our physical world, our manifestation, our job, our relationships, you know. This is what we're ending, this 10 of Cups being upside down. We're bringing newness in, and we're bringing it in fast, right? Because we've had the Ace of Pentacles 3 times, right? This is Prosperity Begins. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. But you know what? We've been in this King of Pentacles energy. We've always had it. And that was a part of the Hangman energy. Was coming out and realizing that, yeah, let's be happy with everything that we have. Let's not miss out on anything anymore. Let's not keep yearning for something. Like, let's be happy with everything that we have right now, because we're in that energy 1000%. It feels good. And so what else are we closing with this 10-10 energy? Okay, I think this is ending impatience, Temperance upside down, and the Two of Cups with something we've planted the seed for. I'm going to get 2 cards from the Urban Tarot about what is that Two of Cups card about, okay? Oh, two automatically. Yeah, again, it's been where we've been putting all our work in the physical, our pentacles here with the 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. And the words attached to on these cards are works and power, right? So what has been working for us, what has helped us come into our power and our stability, and figure out that, okay, like we waited, we were patient, we worked here, you know, with the Temperance, the 2 of Pentacles, or I mean, not the 2 of Pentacles, but the 2 of Cups and Temperance in reverse. You know, it's like, I'm seeing it as like a home situation. You're like, okay, like I built up, I settled here, I got comfortable, but you know, it just didn't really quite feel right, because I kept, you know, we kept putting in the patience, but where's the reciprocity? You know, where's the passion and the emotions and things? You know, that's something that's been missing. So I think, you know, living in that is coming to a close. And so let's go ahead and pull 2 cards for what are we bringing in. Strength and the 6 of Cups. And I thought it was pretty interesting, you know, here with the Lion between the 2 of Cups here. I know this card was in reverse, but when I asked what we're bringing in, and it shows me a Lion in strength and then 6 of Cups, we're bringing in something from the past, something that I think we've been holding on to, and we've really fought to manifest this thing, to know that this is what we deserve. This is familiar. I'm tired, being tired of being split, you know, Leo, the sun, the energy that, you know, that's what's coming in, that's what's healing. And I think that's really beautiful. It's, you know, it's also remembering why, you know, we're here. This is about remembering our purpose and really stepping into our power, our strength, to embrace that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 more cards about what we're calling in. We have the Judgment and the Hermit. And the Judgment card was in reverse, but that I'm not feeling so called to focus on that, but I did want to state it. And, you know, the 9 I always see as with the Hermit is like it's an end of a cycle. That's how I see 9s. And then with the Judgment, you know, it's the second to last card before the World card. You know, it's number 20. So it's really calling out anything that needs to be healed here with the Hermit card. Anything else, it's like, hey, you know, that's what we're calling in. It's just like, you know, what else is there? You want to come out and you want it to be known. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the Numenos astrology deck again about what we're trying to call in, what we're bringing in. And then a card, Powerful Transformation, the YouTube channel, formerly known as Hooligan 1111. These cards, Permission to be Powerful, or by Melanie from, you know, Powerful Transformations. And I've gone to a couple of her events, and they've definitely been very impactful on my journey. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use her cards too. So this is about what we're calling in, and it's 9th house: seeking, foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, spiritual quest, and then chakra healing and alignments. So yeah, it's really having faith and belief that what we're healing right now is where we're supposed to be, like, you know, back to the Hermit, right? Yeah, everything that we're doing here, and, you know, I think these cards even have, I don't know, maybe it's like the reds and the blue here with the body, you know, the blue in the background and the blue on the Hermit card here. It's kind of like that sandwich of like, okay, yeah, this is what, you know, we're seeking out, right? 9th house, we're calling out anything that needs to be healed and aligned anymore to bring us our strength that we've been feeling. Okay, and then so I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more cards. We were tired of looking on the outside. Here, the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, both of these cards being in reverse. And so it's pulling ourselves out of that energy and saying, you know, I have everything that I need, and I'm gonna keep moving forward. I know what I need to heal, and I can heal it on my own. I can stand on my own and do that. So we're gonna go ahead and do our main message. It's the Lovers in reverse and the Chariot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull a Moonology card. I'd like to see why this Lovers card is in reverse. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. Okay, and that is a full moon in Capricorn. So I want to say a cycle that we've been in for quite some time. The one where, you know, with the Chariot card, where we've been moving forward, right? But it takes me back to that 9 of Pentacles in reverse, where I was like, whoa, like let's take it back. You know, we were saying, this doesn't feel like an alignment. This, whatever we're doing in our life, whether it was, you know, our job or just our creative endeavors, our relationships, whatever it was in our physical world, it just wasn't really, it was tough. It's been that tough cycle, right? So we're continuing to move forward, right? We decided back when we had the Two of Pentacles to take, well, now we can take the other road, and we can take the road that is going to bring us into alignment, peace, unconditional love. Ultimately, this energy that we're experiencing right now, astrologically, the collective conscious, we're all just closing huge cycles that have left us feeling stuck for, I think, quite some time. And I think it was a really beautiful reading. I'm so happy you could all be here with me today. I'm open to suggestions about how I can make the videos more understandable, more relatable, what kind of questions do we want to ask. But ultimately, right now I appreciate likes, comments, subscribes. You know, it would all really mean a lot to me. I'm starting my journey, and I'm so honored that you can be here with me on my first video. I hope to see you soon. Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thanks again for making it through my video, my first one. I'm so proud, so nervous, so many different emotions, but most of all, I'm just ready to get started on this platform. And so I do offer private readings, and you can go ahead and find my information below in the description box, where you can email me and I'll get back to you and we can set up a private appointment. Also, if you're unable to make a private reading and maybe you just want to give me an energy donation, then that information will also be linked below with my Instagram and my Facebook page that I'm working on. Some things are still under construction, and I'm asking for patience, but I'm also asking for you guys to co-create with me. So thank you so much for watching again, and yeah, thank you.